This word father, Abba, has other connotations. You might have certain misunderstandings, which the Christian is going out of his way to emphasize. He says, in his catechism, the Anglican, the Methodist, the Presbyterian, the Lutheran, all of them, the Roman Catholic, they all in the catechism. You know what's catechism? The Shahada. In the book of Shahada, what were they supposed to believe? Like what we are supposed to believe. Amantu billahi wa malaikatihi wa kutubihi wa rusulihi. Like, that's catechism. Their catechism, in that they say, Jesus is the only begotten Son, begotten, not made. This is in every catechism. Their books of Shahada, they say Jesus is the only begotten Son, begotten, not made. Now that's, Allah is abhorred. What are you saying? He reacts in the Holy Quran. He cries. Our Aqidah is we can't use such terms. But I can't help it. I don't know what other words I can tell you to express to you his horror at what they are saying. He says, وَقَالُوا اتَّخَذَ الرَّحْمَنُ وَلَدًا, and they say that Ar-Rahman, the merciful God, has begotten a son. لَقَدْ جِئْتُمْ شَيْئًا إِدَّا. It's one of the most abominable assertion one can make. The worst swearing you can give Allah is this. Any one of you start giving me little trouble at question time, I might get angry with you. And in my anger I say, go man, you're a fool. What do? Will you punch me? No, I said, the old man is tired, you know. Old people have a tendency to get angry quickly. Like an old man like me, he went to the Hakim, the doctor. He says, Hakim Sahab, he says, you know, I can't see very, very clearly. So the Hakim says, you see, you are old now. It's a sign of old age. You saw me putting on the specs. He says, it's a sign of old age. He says, you know, Hakim Sahab, I can't hear properly. He says, it's a sign of old age. He said, you know, Hakim Sahab, my bones are creaking. He said, it's a sign of old age. And the old man lost his temper and slapped him on the face. So he said, this is also a sign of old age. So I can get angry with you. You'll have to excuse me. You see, I'm big and strong. People want to, because I sound like that. Like a young boxer, and everybody wants to box with me because I sound like that. I said, look, I sound like that, but I am an old man. So in my anger, I say, you're a fool, man. Go, sit down. What you do? You laugh it off. I say, you go, you're an ox. Bel hai bel, ox. What do? You laugh it off. I say, go, you're a donkey. I say, you're a monkey. What do? You laugh it off. But if I said something about your mother, what do you say now? I say, uncle, I don't want to hear one more word from you. Look, all my respect for you will be gone. Actually, it's already gone. But I will. Why? You love your mother, we love our daughters, we love our sisters, we love our wives. Leave them out. Call me what you like, call me donkey, call me monkey, call me fool, call me what you like, but don't take my mother's name. Don't take my wife's name. Not my sister's, not my daughter's name. You understand? I said, yes, I understand. Allah says the worst swearing you can give him is this. He said, Takadu samawatu yatafattarna minhu. It is the skies are ready to burst. وَتَنْشَقَّ الْأَرْضُ, and the earth to split asunder. وَتَخِرُّ الْجِبَالُ حَدًّا, and the mountains to fall down in utter ruin. أَنْ دَعَوْا لِلرَّحْمَنِ وَلَدًا, that they should say that Ar-Rahman, the merciful God, has begotten his son. If the heavens had feeling like you, if the earth has feeling and emotions like you, if the mountains are feeling and emotions like you, they all would have been shattered to pieces. Such a horrible swearing they give Allah. I want to know whether we react. Any Muslim anywhere in the world, whether you're a Pakistani or Pakistani or Saudi or Kuwaiti or Bangladeshi or Mauritians, what are you? Whatever. I'm talking about the learned man. Because the bulk of us, we don't know about these verses in the Quran that Allah is crying. You don't know. The learned man knows. Does he move? Is he moved? No, he's not moved. Why? It's a joke. When the Christians say, Jesus is the only begotten Son, begotten, not made, what do you do? Is that what you do when you go home now? And your mother tells you, the guy next door, he was swearing me like this. I don't want to use the words. What he could be swearing your mother or your wife or your daughter? What do? You have a good meal. You go to sleep. Yes, I'll silence him for good. I'll break his jaw. And if I can't do it, I'll hire a gang. Now man cost me 1,000 pounds. That's how much we love our mothers, our wives, our sisters, our daughters. But we say, our claim is we love Allah more than anything else. And when they say things to him, what do? If I call you monkeys and donkeys, am I not justified? Huh? What do? Nothing. You laugh. Big joke. Is that a joke? So Allah says, you look out. Fatarabbasu. You wait for your destruction. And we are waiting. No, my dear brothers and sisters, you don't go and bash the fellow on the head. You don't strangle him. You don't put a knife through him. But talk to him. And it's so easy to talk to the English-speaking people. So easy, unbelievably easy. We are foreigners. He can see it in your faces. You can never become an Englishman. You, Bengali will be Bengali, and you, Hindi will be Hindi. And you, Mauritian will be Mauritian. You can never be a white man. You'll never be. No matter how you speak, you sound like a white man, but once they see you, they say, I know where you come from. Your origin, I know. You can't bluff him. But so use that. That weakness of ours is a strength. Every white man you meet, the Christian, who says this, that Jesus is the only begotten Son. Talk to him. He says, sir, will you please explain to me? I don't understand English. Tell me, when you say begotten, not made, what are you trying to emphasize? Can you ask a question like that? Simple. When you say begotten, not made, what are you really trying to tell me? That's all. Please explain. I don't understand your language. And believe me, no Englishman born can open his mouth. You have delivered the message. You don't have to shout at him, you don't have to strangle him, you say, you're swearing by Allah. No. Talk to him. Udu ila sabili rabbika bil hikmati. Invite all to the ways of the Lord with wisdom. Wal mawazatil hasanatin, with beautiful preaching. So I've been asking this question to Britishers. Nobody opens his mouth. And the Americans, and one American had the guts. It was on an occasion I was guiding him around the mosque on a mosque tour. And somehow we came across this topic. So I'm asking him that when you say begotten, not made, what are you trying to emphasize? What does it mean? So he said, it means sired by God. So what? He said, no, I didn't say that. I'm only telling you that what it means sired by God. Exactly. That's why Allah rewards, angered, abhors. And the way to rectify, talk. So get some of these little books of mine. So for 23 years, this word, Father, never in this book. It's a good word, but it has other connotations. He is the Father of Jesus Christ. He begot Mary. Through Mary, he begot his Son. Because begetting is an animal act. It belongs to the lower animal functions of sex. Are you attributing such a quality to God? He says, no. Then why are you saying it? Words, if they have any meaning, in every language they have meaning. What does it mean? I'd like to give you a crude example. One of you young men here, you, my son, you stand up right at the end. You, yes, you were the Qari. MashaAllah, stand up. You was the Qari, MashaAllah. My son, if I were to call you my son, you mind it? No, he doesn't mind. You think your father or mother would mind it? No. See, it's out of love and feeling. He's like a son to me. He thinks I'm like an uncle, grandfather. Okay. I call him a son. He calls me chacha, dada, nana. Okay. But if I take you for a visit to his house, maybe I know him more intimately than you think, and I take you and say, look, there's a friend of mine living here, and we'll have tea there. And we go to his house. And I'm asking, where is Yusuf, my son? That's his name, for example. Yusuf, my son. So his ma tells me, look, he's just gone to the shop, he'll come back just now. I said, right, okay. And Yusuf comes, and I embrace him, my son. My companion who doesn't know our relationship, he's asking me, is he really your son? I says, no. You see, this young man loves me like a father, like a grandfather. I call him a son, and he calls me Nana, Dada. Okay. But instead, if I said, yes, he's my begotten son, sit down. The meaning changes. The meaning changes. He's my begotten son. You know what I'm saying? In the ordinary street language, you know what I'm saying? That is a bastard. I'm swearing him in a beautiful way. He is my begotten son. I say, he's my only begotten son. Worse. I'm swearing he's a bastard, he's a bastard of the highest order, but I say, he's my only begotten child. And if he catches the joke, he says, uncle, what did you say? I said, no, I don't mean that. But I'm still telling, doesn't he look like my Yusuf at home? What am I saying? What am I saying? Astaghfirullah. So, my dear brothers and sisters, Mr. Chairman, I feel like keeping you here much longer, but I don't think I would. I would rather give you a chance to ask questions. Things that you might want to know further about the Quran, or how you handle different problems when you are confronted with the unbeliever, who's arguing and debating with you. I said, you did your best, but you were not satisfied with your best. How would Uncle Dida do such and thing? How would he answer it? Maybe I might have a better way, or maybe I'll learn from you. So with these words, I say, Mr. Chairman, and my dear brothers and sisters, Jazakallahu fi darain.
Invited a very stern disciplinarian, Mr. Ibrahim Lockhart, who will explain to you the format of the question and answer session.